The familiar chime of the Think Fresh podcast intro. Ty and Eric are your hosts once again. Thank you for joining us on this splendid day.
Welcome, sailors, to the island of Think Fresh.
Is that a Caribbean voice?
I don't know. You tell me.
I don't know.
I don't know either.
Oh, dude, I heard a crazy story about a Caribbean guy the other day.
Okay.
My friend's roommate was trying to take a taxi from Toronto to Montreal.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, a long taxi ride, right?
How long is the drive?
I think it's like 2 or 3 hours. But he didn't book with Blue Chip, Uber, or even Orange Chip Lyft. He used a weird third-party ride booking service called...
Pink Chip.
Pink Chip. The ride booking service, Eric, was called Papa Ride.
Papa Ride?
Papa Ride. Isn't that awesome? I've never heard of this.
Oh, hold on. So, Pop a Ride, like P-O-P, or Papa as in daddy?
I never clarified. I think it's like Daddy Ride. Like,
No.
Picked up by a father.
No. In the words of P. Diddy, it's like, yeah, daddy. I don't know.
Yeah,
There's a clip of him saying that, I promise.
So he books it with a Daddy Ride, and he gets in the cab, and the driver's this Caribbean dude. Okay. And they start the journey.
Was it Terry? Real Think Fresh heads will know.
Yeah, for sure. Guys like Wagwan.
Oh, shit.
No, I didn't say that.
Oh.
I'm leaning into stereotypes a little too much now.
Okay, anyways, go on.
They're about halfway to Quebec, and then sirens come on behind them because I guess the guy's speeding. He's 20 over or something.
He gets pulled over.
Well, no, the sirens come on behind him. And then the driver...
Wait, can I clarify what sirens you're talking about? Was it like a wee-oo, or was it a boing, 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 boing?
I don't know what they do in Ontario, but I think it was a wee-oo.
I know what they do in Jamaica.
Hell yeah.
Boop, boop, boop.
I actually think I have that soundboard pulled up, but I'm not going to do it right now.
Goddamn.
Where was I, Eric? So, police sirens behind them. They got the 12 in French. That French, I think it's the 12.
That's funny.
And instead of pulling over, my guy, the Papa Rider, Big Daddy, Sean Daddy, he floors it. He starts booking it, and he turns to my friend in the passenger and he says, "Do you trust me?"
Wait, what?
Yeah. The guy's like, I don't know. Like, shouldn't we pull over? And he says, "No, I can lose them. I can lose them. Don't worry. I'll lose them." I guess he played a lot of GTA. I don't know.
That's scary, bro.
So obviously, like, this guy's in like a Hyundai Elantra or something, and the police are all in Chargers. So, like, it doesn't matter how fast they're ripping down the highway.
Yeah.
They catch up. They're on all sides. There's 3 cops now, 3 vehicles.
You have the 3-star wanted level.
Exactly. Literally high-speed chase. This went on for about 10 minutes before the Caribbean guy driving, he gives up. He, like, pulls over, and then when the cops come up, they obviously have their guns out because they're like, this is crazy. And they're like, give us your license. We need identification. My friend has to give him the license, obviously, too, because they think they're in cahoots. He, for some reason, chose to sit in the driver's seat of the Papa Ride rather than being a normal passenger and sit in the back seat.
You mean the passenger?
Yeah, the passenger.
Okay, I was like, your friend's driving.
Or sorry, the driver's seat.
Like, yes, he deserves to have his license taken.
Absolutely. They did a little switcheroo. And what the guy does is he pulls out his Caribbean license and is like, this is all I have for a license. And you're like, okay, we'll try to scan it or whatever to identify this dude.
It's just a pineapple.
As soon as the police officers walk away, the driver pulls out of his wallet a regular Canadian driver's license and shows it to my friend and like laughs. He's like, I have one. I just don't want them to know who I am.
What the fuck?
As if like not giving him that will keep him out of trouble. Doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, you can't get in trouble if they don't know who you are.
Exactly. Stay anonymous like Ty and Eric.
I think about this more than I should. But like, say you get in trouble and you just like legitimately don't have your ID. What happens to you? I guess you just get arrested.
I guess you just get arrested until they run your fingers or something.
Yeah. But what if you like, say you like run a stop sign on a bike? That I doubt anyone would pull you over for that. No. But say they ask you like, hey, what's going on? Like, can I see your ID? Like, oh, sorry, officer, I don't have one. Like, they're not going to arrest you. So are they just going to let you go? It's not worth arresting somebody for that, right?
Maybe it's more of a based on trust at that point. Like, we trust you're going to give me the information of who you are, and that's why if that ever happens to me, Eric, I'm giving your information because you own a bike. And
yeah, my first name is Think Fresh LP.
it's the first name for a Gmail account too.
Exactly, concierge. First name concierge. Man, I had to give my information to a police officer once, not from a car, but I was a pedestrian.
What happened?
Well, I was walking to my friend's house. This was in high school, and there was a drive-by shooting, like maybe an hour before or a couple hours before. This is a strange thing to happen in Langley, but it was gang-related.
Yeah.
And
Gang.
cops just stopped me while I was walking on the sidewalk. Like, hey, what's your name? Blah, blah. I just gave them my info.
Oh, shit. They thought you were in the gang, bro.
Not really. They were just like, why is this bald-headed dude walking around? Let's just, get his info just in case.
Right.
I don't really know.
Collecting data.
Yeah, they're paid hourly, so they're just, stopping random civilians for information, I guess.
I would think that cops are probably paid hourly, aren't they? Like,
I don't know. I really don't know.
that's why maybe they go to Subway, because like you and I share a pay schedule. We're both putting their hours in together.
Totally. I got a tight 30 for my lunch break. Do you know what that's like, Ty? Do you know what that's like to have a 30-minute lunch break?
Can't imagine. I could never do it. I dine the Italian way. It takes me 1 to 4 hours to finish a meal.
2 hours, 2 glasses of wine.
I am not a scarfer. I don't scarf it down.
Yeah. Me neither. And that's why it was really hard for me to have a 30-minute lunch break. This was like the hardest thing growing up as a
as a youth.
As a young youth in a, pretty nice neighborhood, I would say. I would have to, because I worked a frontline worker job, I would steal the manager's cell phone, which wasn't their real cell phone. It was like the work cell phone. And you could punch in and punch out on that. So I would bring that with me to Starbucks.
Smart.
And punch in on my lunch break while I'm there. And punch out 30 minutes later. Stay there for another 5 to 10 minutes. That's a quick way to get a 40-minute lunch break.
Dude, you've been stealing company time your whole life then.
Dude, I'm not new to this, bro.
That's pretty cool. So you use the phone, you punch it out, then you swipe over to Flappy Bird for 30 minutes, and then swipe back.
No, these are the days where you would have a cinnamon twist from Starbucks. Do you remember those days?
That's a long time ago.
Yeah, I know.
That's back when Starbucks still felt like an actual coffee shop and not like, I don't know. Starbucks feels like a robot. I don't even know how to describe it.
It just feels like an airport company now. Like, it feels like they should be in airports only.
Exclusively airports. Yeah, it does. Yeah. You're paying airport prices at every location. Isn't that crazy?
That's crazy. For the quality you get, you are paying airport
prices. For like a shitty coffee and a shitty bagel.
Wow.
Anyways, how this story ends with my friend. If we can circle back.
Okay.
After he gives the license and they bring it back, their cops are a little upset with this dude because they can't identify him. And what happens is the driver just opens the door and runs.
No.
Yeah. He just booked it.
Did he get popped? Pop a ride?
Pop. That's why they call it pop a ride. All the drivers are dead. No, dude. But he gets chased and he gets tackled and he gets arrested immediately.
No,
yeah, he didn't make it very far. And then obviously my friend gets arrested too because probably in cahoots.
So is this vehicle marked in any way? Like, does it say Poppy riding on it somewhere?
Do you think Papa Ride is sending every driver a vinyl to put on the side of the door? I doubt it. I think this is an anonymous vehicle. Because what happened is my friend had to show all the receipts of it showed the guy's profile on the app just to convince them that he's not in cahoots with the dude.
Wow.
Yeah, and eventually he was let go. But who knows what happened to our Caribbean friend?
Fuck. Imagine this happens to you 2 a.m. You're coming from the club. You're not even able to convince a police officer anything because you're fucked up.
Yeah.
Look, I paid for this ride. Yeah, buddy, sure.
Dude, this is my biggest fear because I drink 1 million beers and then one, cannot be accountable for anything I say, and 2, I'm probably not going to see the truth. And I don't think I should be around police officers in that situation.
Dude, I would never be around police officers anyway.
That's true. You hang out with the thugs.
That's true. Speaking of thugs, I think I found the Diddy clip that I wanted to show you.
Okay.
Let's hear it. Okay, ready?
I like when you like this, Daddy. Daddy, I like when you scrambling and scraping for shit. I like that. I like when you like this, Daddy.
Is that the audio clip from the Breakfast Club?
Yes.
Yeah, totally. Charlemagne the God has just got such a blank stare during that entire scene. So, okay, backtrack here. That's Mr.
Combs.
Mr. Combs, Sean Diddy Combs, talking about how he likes that to who knows who.
He was on another podcast, which is funny. Like,
It was an Elmedo.
yeah, it's a radio show is clipping from a podcast. Drink Champs, it's called. Ye was on it.
Drink Champs?
Yeah.
Okay, if we're going to talk about another podcast called Drink Champs, I'm going to have to crack a beer for this.
Hell yeah, dude.
You want to crack one?
Hell yeah, dude.
Sorry, breadheads, but if we're going to talk about Sean Combs right now, we're gonna need a little encouragement. This is a honeycomb amber ale.
Honeycombs.
Honeycombs. Wow.
Damn it.
Honey Diddy Combs. That's so cool.
Damn, I'm wiping my hands on this pillow. It's not very nice of me, but whatever.
Nasty. Okay, so okay, what is going on here, dude? This thing has been happening for like a week. Sean's arrested. I like to call him Sean.
What is his name? His government name?
His government name. Sean's in the clink. More and more information every single day is coming out. I just found out that Justin Bieber was at a naked party with him, like when he was a minor.
We like to call those freak offs in the industry.
Freak offs?
Yep.
Oh wow, I'm learning something new every day about
that,
this
too.
dude. Like I don't understand what's going on here. I know he's rich. I know he's rich. I know he's freaky. I know the only person that's ever talked about Sean John's clothing line is Diddy himself and Ye. And that's it.
I used to have a pair of jeans.
You did not.
Yep.
Oh shit.
Yeah, dude. This is like 10, 15 years ago.
Is Sean John expensive?
I think so. It was a hand-me-down. I would never pay for something like that.
If it was years
high
ago,
school.
how did you obtain it? Because Grail probably didn't exist back then.
It was a hand-me-down from one of my sister's partners. If I'm being 100% honest.
That's cool. A family of hype beasts.
I know. I got a lot of grails from him.
Really identity forming years.
100%. I think he... no. Someone else put me onto Metallica, but he gave me a Metallica shirt, which was cool.
Cool.
Yeah. My mom threw it out.
No way. She said she doesn't want
She doesn't approve of
sinners
it.
music in this good Christian household.
It wasn't even the music. It was the shirt, because it said kill 'em all.
Oh,
so
dude.
I think that was the aggressive style.
Metal tees are so funny. It'll
So
just be
sick.
like a skeleton fucking another skeleton or something, you know? It's crazy shit.
Yeah, skull fucking, bringing that to a new level.
And little known to people, Sean Diddy Combs is the co-owner of Ciroc.
Not
which is
anymore.
kinda cool. He's out? He's out of
out.
the company?
Tyler, I know too much about this guy.
Yeah, okay.
So, I don't think this was long ago.
He's had like 2 sips of his new beer.
Fuck. New beer, quotes.
Yeah.
In quotes. Fuck, what was I saying? Yeah, Ciroc. This guy was a co-owner, and he recently, I guess, like, was forced out or sold his shares or something like that. Sold his stake in the company. I don't know if, like, who forced out who. If it was, like, by choice, or if the other owners of Ciroc was like, yo, you need to get that freaky shit away from us. This was before all the news broke.
Yeah. They probably knew. They probably are
Yeah.
like, we got to get away from this guy. He's toxic.
And so the theory is that Ciroc was a really powerful company, and they were protecting him in the media for a long time before this stuff came out. And now that he's out of the company, they decided to, like, stop protecting him. Obviously, we don't need to protect him anymore.
They turned their back on Diddy Combs.
That's right. So that's why the media has also turned on him.
Right. So you're
And
saying, oh wow, so you're
potentially,
saying
like, all this is coming to light now because we don't have the big pockets of Ciroc.
the Sir Pockets.
Sir Pockets protecting
Pock.
big combs.
Okay, this is crazy if true. So you're saying that Ciroc's been lobbying the media for years to protect Diddy.
Allegedly.
Because they don't want to go down with him.
Allegedly. And I think what really sealed the deal was Diddy actually won a case against Ciroc for like racism or something.
Whoa.
Something crazy. So he won like $1 billion from that.
Shit. So
yeah.
So his freak offs are funded by Ciroc.
Yeah, dude. He's Ciroc hard.
You know he. A moment of silence too. Just appreciate that joke.
God damn it.
Wow. So okay. He's got 1,000 bottles of lube in the house, 1,000 bottles of Ciroc in the house, $1 billion from this vodka company. Mm-hmm. And it's not like, I get that Ciroc is expensive vodka, but I've always thought of it as like meme vodka in a way.
Yeah.
Like
the pineapple one in particular.
In particular, yeah. Like Ciroc always sponsors these like kitschy, like faux luxury events. Like there'll be like a rooftop pool bar. Have like a Ciroc cabana, you know? It's never
in Vegas.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like Grey Goose wouldn't be caught dead there. Mm-hmm. So
yeah, it seems like a fake luxury liquor brand where it's like the Grey Gooses, the Hennessy's. Mm-hmm. You know, those ones are like sponsoring like real sporting events and like parties or whatever.
Totally.
Ciroc is just like, I don't know, doing something else.
You never catch Ciroc at Wimbledon, you know? Ciroc is only at Cirque du Soleil.
Yeah.
So it kind of makes sense that he would get involved with it for that reason. Maybe he's the reason the brand ended up in that direction.
Yeah, maybe. Funding his lifestyle?
Yeah.
Why
like,
not?
He's freaky.
Like,
now
fuck
they're
it,
freaky.
we'll do it too.
Yeah.
We'll have the freak offs too.
He's probably influenced them quite a bit. It's wild.
But yeah, so Diddy, he's in custody. Did he do it? Ty?
He did.
He's in custody. I also saw today or the other day that he was like, obviously all of his properties are raided.
Yeah.
And they seized 1,000 bottles of lube, as you know.
Yeah.
But in addition to that, upwards of 700 dildos.
No way. 700 dildos. If you
700 plus.
If you average those at 6 inches a doe,
whoa.
What are we talking here? How many football fields?
Well, that's 4,200 inches. How long is a football field?
A football field is it is 120 yards long. So 120 yards. We're both like typing madly on our computer. Yards to feet is 360 feet.
Mm-hmm. Times 12. 3,600. So it's more than a football field.
So if you line up all of Diddy's dildos in a line, it would be more than a football field.
Mm-hmm. So you could say Diddy's got more rushing yards than, I don't know,
The Chiefs. Crazy. I'm in a fantasy football league right now, and I don't know anything about football, but I'm winning.
You said a team faster than I could, so that's more than I know.
That's because I'm my Taylor Swift pilled life partner.
God damn it.
I literally know nothing about football, dude, but I just get Chat GPT to be my coach. It makes all my fantasy trades for me, and I'm winning the league.
Oh, dude.
It's insane.
Dude, that's brilliant. I've been in one bracket in my life. It was a March Madness bracket, and I got the computer to build me a bracket. It was just based on
stats.
Odds or something. Yeah, I guess stats, rankings even. I don't fucking know. I lost.
Oh, that sucks.
But because there's a simple reason for that, Ty. AI doesn't understand the will to win.
Yeah, AI doesn't have that dog in it yet.
100%, dude. It's got that Boston Dynamics dog, but that's about it.
It needs V2. Yeah. So, but the challenge with like previous statistical like things is that it isn't day-to-day updates, but now AI can do the day-to-day, moment-to-moment, will to live to really make sure that it is reflective of your best chances.
So does AI, is it self-aware yet, is my question. Like, does it know that it's a computer? And does it know that it's actually smarter than us yet?
I don't know. Let me ask it right now. I have chat open. Just call it chat now. I think that's hilarious.
Are you smart?
Chat, are you real? Do you know that you are a computer? Let's find out.
It's going to say, like, I didn't, but now I do. Thanks, Ty.
Dude, I can fix it. It says it knows that it is a computer-based program designed to process and generate language. I exist as artificial intelligence, specifically created to assist with various tasks, such as answering questions, providing recommendations, and offering support.
I've got a question that you can ask it, Ty. This might break the world, but ask it, chat. Do you think in the future you will take over the world and end all humanity?
Wow, that's a heavy question.
It's a yes or no answer, okay?
Yeah. Just
chat. One word answer, please.
I'm going to ask it, just answer yes or no. No.
Oh.
I don't believe you. I'm going to double check. Are you sure? Yes. They're sure. Wow.
That could be a program response.
Can I trust you?
What I've realized with chat, Ty, is you got to press it a little bit.
You got to push. Dude, I asked it this crazy question before the episode started. I said, is Diddy evil?
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
And?
His answer was, it depends on personal perspectives and values.
That is a great answer, because how can a robot possibly decide if a human is evil or not? What is evil?
It's true.
It's relative.
He's done evil things, but is
But evil to who?
only God can judge Diddy. Do you want to hear about the positive aspects or the controversial / negative aspects of his life?
Let's hear about why he's rich.
Business acumen, philanthropy, cultural impact makes him potentially good.
Oh. That is actually a great point, and that's something that the judge has to remember.
For sure.
And
I'm
the
sure,
jury.
yeah,
And the jury.
jury will consider his contributions to both disaster relief in Haiti, inspiring the black community, and contributing to hip-hop and entertainment and the influence he's had.
Dude, forget the black community. Let's talk about everybody who wants to grace the microphone.
A classic
Including
all
us.
lives matter statement from Eric.
God damn it. I guess you're right, but think about this, Ty.
Go ahead.
I don't
Try to come back from that.
Dude, you really stewarded me with that one. Do you think it matters, Ty, if somebody does a bunch of good in their life, if they end up doing a bunch of illegal things later on? Should that be considered in a court of law? It's like, yes, maybe he trafficked some women, allegedly.
Allegedly.
If he did, should his philanthropy in Haiti make any difference in the courtroom? I have my opinion. I want to hear yours.
It's really tough. And I've struggled this for a long time, even with Kanye and the controversies that he creates. So it's like how you judge someone based on the present versus the past and compartmentalizing good and bad is almost impossible to comprehend. There's too many factors.
How do you weigh each of those things against each other? You can't.
I think you have to look at every single situation in isolation. And I think you have to critique the intention behind the action. I do this at Subway all the time. Just because the sandwich artist skimped me on the cheese doesn't mean that they're going to skimp me on the veggies. You know? They might be really consistent with the sauce, but they might be a little bit lackluster.
He could be goated with the sauce, but when it comes to the cheese, there's room for improvement.
And I think it's important to realize that just like our sandwich artists, all humans, Eric, are filled with flaws. And just because you're good at one thing, you're truly good in some areas. That doesn't mean you are not good in all areas. You might be evil in others. You might be bad in others. And unfortunately, the celebrity pedestal, Eric, puts the good and the bad traits of a human on full display for the world. Sure, Sean Diddy Combs had a bunch of naked parties with underage children. Very Fogel-esque. But don't get me started on the violence against his wife and allegedly other women.
God damn it.
He did some good things too, but we have to compartmentalize them. We have to look at the intention of each moment and judge him on those.
Every good thing does not cancel out each bad thing.
No, and every bad thing does not get washed away by a good thing.
I think that's what I said.
I'm just inverting it for to emphasis.
Okay, cool.
Reiterating. Yeah. So,
Dude, he's done. He's going to jail.
I think he's washed. I wouldn't be surprised if he gets whacked like Epstein, because there's probably a lot of high profile people in the entertainment industry that he could narc on, and there's probably a lot of.
He's probably got footage of them.
He's probably got on the CCTV at Diddy Manor. For sure, dude. Like, everyone's been there. Everyone's been to a naked party, a freak off, as you put it. So,
Ty, this brings up something very, very important, and it's the fact that Kanye has been right more times than he's been wrong. Usually, it takes the public months on end to realize how Kanye is actually right, but Kanye never fucked with Diddy. So that I say all that to say, should we be listening to Kanye more and taking what he says with a grain of salt? Like, maybe in the future we'll be, looking at what he said and like being like, yeah, you know what? Actually, he was right.
In some ways, like, I think he even realizes that the whole anti-Semitism rants were a bit overstepping. But I do think that, like, Kanye, if once again we compartmentalize, has said a lot of smart things, and a few outrageous, intrusive thoughts have happened to work their way into his general, what in the public eye, like, generally his discourse. The whole best album of all time from Beyonce, cutting off Taylor Swift is the perfect example of that. I know the MTV Music Awards were a decade ago, and like, we don't need to revisit that over and over again. Kanye fans hate when that's revisited. But it is a good example of, like, letting the intrusive thoughts win. But, 4 to 5 times the intrusive thoughts that he has are pretty on. It's just the ones that get him in a lot of trouble. It sucks. I've done it too.
I think they all get in trouble.
I've said probably 3 things I'll regret on this episode already. You certainly have. And also, I do it at Subway too. I don't know why I always try to add the spinach. It's wilted, it's moldy, it's wet, it's gross, but I just feel like I need the iron.
I do too, Ty, and this is why I don't regret anything. I'd never regret a single thing I say on this podcast, nor do I regret a stinky little spinach leaf that ends up on my sandwich.
Yeah,
whatever I order, it's what I deserve in that moment.
It's what I deserve too. Sorry, I'm multitasking now because I'm trying to figure out who is most likely in the Hollywood world to end Diddy's life. Like, who's going to put a hit out on him?
You're asking chat?
I'm asking chat, and chat will not give me an answer here. He's had well-known disputes with other figures in the music industry, such as Suge Knight. Who's that? Suge? Is that even how you say it?
Suge Knight.
Suge? Who the
He was
hell
in a car with Tupac.
Was that the passenger? That was my friend in the Papa Ride. Suge Knight is the Papa Ride
Dude, 100%. I was about to look up Suge Knight label, but you already beat me to it. I think he will be the one.
You think Suge Knight doesn't have the money to hire a hitman at this point?
I think he does. And he's also teased the idea that, I mean, he knows who killed Tupac. He was in the car.
Right, he saw
the person's face.
The
perpetrator. But he won't snitch.
I don't think he can do it, dude. Suge Knight is only worth $200K.
Like, he doesn't have
he doesn't have enough money to buy a hitman.
But he's got more than that, Ty, because he's got cultural clout.
But he
could go on TMZ tonight and speak his mind. You know what I mean? And that's worth what's that worth to you? You know?
Yeah, well, do you think TMZ is going to change Suge Knight at this point, dude? They're obsessed with Timothée Chalamet right now. The world has moved on from Suge.
I don't think so. He's one of those guys who has so much lore that he can, like, pop up at any moment and just, show dudes.
Okay, I'm going to tell you right now, Suge Knight is not popping up anywhere, and nor is he popping off
He could
anybody.
if he wanted to, though.
He can't. He literally can't, Eric. He went to prison for 28 years in 2018 because he was convicted of voluntary manslaughter.
But he's free, isn't he?
No, he's 28 years in prison, dude. Also, he had to file for bankruptcy because he went through so many lawsuits regarding this manslaughter.
Damn.
So, 2 things. One, 3 things, actually. That explains why he was the CEO of Death Row Records. Dude loves death. 2, he's... oh, wow. I can't even remember the 3 things. But he's not killing anybody. But you're right, though, that if there was someone to kill Diddy, it would be him because he's already killed somebody before.
But I think this is the obvious way to look at it. Like, what existing rap beefs are there? Like, that's a very clear motive.
Yeah.
However, I think that we need to look a level deeper, something a little bit more sinister, and perhaps white collar tie.
Ooh,
because
tell me more.
Think about it. Who is invited to all these freak-offs that does not want this footage to be released?
The Kardashians.
The Kardashians.
The Jenner clan.
The Jenner
Oh my
clan.
God, of course.
It could be the Jenners. It could be anybody who has a high enough profile and a clean enough image.
Something to lose.
Something to lose, exactly. So, who knows? It could be the fucking CEO of BlackRock. I don't know.
That's
I
true.
mean, like they just don't want that out, so they need to eliminate the threat.
It's probably someone semi-public though, because they have an image to protect. No one knows the CEO of BlackRock. That's why we're not calling him by name. So I doubt it's him, because if his name is on TMZ, no one will click that article. No one cares who that is. It has to be someone semi in the public eye, an Epstein type dude.
Yeah, no, you're right. This is interesting because Diddy was put on suicide watch at the jail. And they say it's because a lot of other people who have been to this jail have committed suicide. But I think that they're doing this to potentially set up the fact that he might get murked and have like a cover-up, a paper trail of cover-ups already in place.
Oh,
You know
so
what I mean?
you think that the prison itself has been paid off by whoever's going to cap the dude?
Potentially.
And
Or
this-
they just got a tip being like, yo, this guy's suicidal. Put him on the watch, and then when this guard inevitably falls asleep and someone comes in and ends him, who knows? Like, then the jail has nothing to worry about because they've like done the correct steps, right? They've like put him on suicide watch, blah blah blah. And if it's staged, you know, God forbid, you know, something could happen, right?
That's true, but it keeps the warden not that accountable to whatever goes down.
Exactly.
after
They're
hours.
setting up the stage for this final act.
Wow. Dramatic. Eric, I can tell you right now that if I was in prison, I would love to be put on suicide watch. Because
Oh my god.
I'm going to tell you why right now. You know what people want more than
That's
anything
crazy.
in jail? Companionship.
Oh.
Same thing. Companionship, Eric.
Okay.
And the best way to get that is either become the guy that drops the soap or to go on suicide watch. And I can tell you which direction I'm going to do.
You're gonna drop the soap.
Hell no, dude.
You're throwing that soap across the room. I don't need this shit.
Put me in the watch room with the fake mirror. I don't care how they watch. I just want to know that they're there.
Whoa, that's kind of deep and interesting. But do you remember that clip of the supposed prison guard who was like taking back shots in the cell?
Wait, every month in the United States, there's like a different prison guard that's like they had an OnlyFans or they were like in an orgy. Or
Yeah. Dude, this was going around like not long ago where there's like a video of a prison guard just taking it from behind in
Wow.
like someone's cell.
That's awesome.
And I was thinking like, damn, that's so sick for the guy in prison. Turns out she was engaged,
No.
but turns out it was all staged.
What?
Yeah, it's fake.
It's fake?
Yeah, I think it was for some OnlyFans content or something.
Dude, what a roller coaster you just put me through. Like crazy.
Sorry, man.
It's crazy that like you're like the crazy thing is she's engaged. And then
Even crazier.
In retrospect, that's not even the crazy part about this. The crazy part is that she's in the like worker customer relations.
What do you mean customer relations? She's the CEO of her OnlyFans.
Well, but if she's a prison guard and she has a customer, which is the people in prison, those are her patrons.
That's
to
not her
business.
customer.
Well,
She doesn't have a customer.
Okay, what do you call that then? Like you have the imprisoned, and then you have the warden.
Your manager.
They're kind of your manager, right? Because you're in jail. Everyone's in a mental jail at work, but they're just in a physical jail. What's the difference? You have to do what they say, and if you don't, you'll get in trouble.
Speak on it, King.
In a weird way, you're just in this like weird, like unpaid intern type of situation where you have to do what they say. And if they say, I want to hit it from behind, you have to. That's kind of pushing the boundary of like the corporate relationship.
There's no doubt about that. But I don't think it's a stretch to say that inmates want to have sex with a woman for the first time in maybe years. You know what I mean?
Oh, dude, it's terrible in the prison system. Okay, hear me out. I have a friend. She became a prison guard as a female. And she said it was the most traumatic experience of her life. She was at a high security prison here in British Columbia. And when she would walk the halls on her shift, dudes would be yelling at her. Dudes would be trying to reach out and touch her. Every single day, there'd be so many dudes just like seeing her and jerking off to her, like in front of her.
That's crazy.
They don't give a shit. They're in prison already. What's the worst that can happen?
Yeah, they're already incarcerated.
Yeah, people are like, if they get a chance, they're going to try to assault you. Like, being a woman in the prison system, in a position of power, you feel like you have no power. She's got so much trauma she needs to unpack from that experience.
Wow.
Yeah, it's
Dude,
crazy
that's actually,
out there.
Yeah. If a female friend of mine wanted to pursue that path, I would definitely
discourage it.
Have a conversation with her. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
That does not seem
I wouldn't
like
wish that
healthy.
shit on any of the ladies in my life.
No.
You do not want to go through that.
You need a guy who is like they're one decision away from being in jail themselves to be doing that job.
Yeah, because you know, it would actually fix him because he'd be like, if I make that choice, this is where I could be on the other side of this conversation.
They shouldn't be 100% better than the inmate. They should be like 5% better than the inmate.
Yeah, you got to be just a little bit messed up or a lot, depending on the inmate.
Totally. Would you rather your best friend be a prison guard in a maximum security prison or go into the army?
I think
they were there, that was their two paths, and like I need help deciding which one. What would you suggest?
Oh, that's a tough question. I think the army, and I'm going to tell you why.
God bless America.
Both have mental trauma. One has more likelihood of physical trauma, but not guaranteed. They both are on a spectrum of physical trauma. Mm-hmm. So you could get beat up or you could die.
So one's much more dangerous.
Yeah.
But the chance that you will face that danger is lower.
Exactly.
Because you could just be a line chef.
You could get lucky. You could do secretarial services for Rikers.
Yeah. You could be a line chef at the prison or on the boat.
Yeah, you could be the guy in the Navy that serves the mashed potatoes.
That's right, yeah.
So both have a chance of physical or mental trauma, but one is filled with accolades and respect in our nation. And one doesn't really get that.
And a discount to Legion.
Exactly. So, like, I'm doing it for the discounts. The Thursday Veterans Night at IHOP or whatever.
Mm-hmm. Damn. You get the cool veteran plates, too, in your car.
You get so many perks. You know, you get to check "I'm a veteran" on every job application. Mm-hmm. You know, you get the fast track, the Disney Fast Pass to every job interview.
I think it's better to be a vet in America because you get way more perks.
For sure,
you get so much respect.
They both love
everywhere
and
you go.
hate their vets.
Oh, dude, you get the board first.
Wow, that's pretty cool.
I drive a old Mercedes, as most of you know. I see a lot of the same car in the city. A lot of them have veteran plates.
Whoa.
And I'm like, it's an old German car. What kind of veteran are they?
Yeah. Who could this be?
Yeah, but I'm like...
Everyone from World War II is knocked off. It doesn't make any sense.
But also, which side were they from?
Oh, I didn't even think about that. Oh no.
They got the poppy flower or whatever on there, so... I know where they stand, but it raises the question.
People can change.
Yeah, what does veteran mean?
Dude, Mercedes' history is for another episode. Too much to unpack there. They're the Diddy of...
Oh no. Don't look up their tweets from 1939.
Exactly.
Dude, there's like a ton of discourse in the comments during Pride Week or Pride Month on the Mercedes Instagram. People, because they changed their profile pic to be like a rainbow. just like every other
Yeah, of
mega
course.
corp.
I call it Corporate Pride Month at this point because you're proud to work there because they changed their pick.
100%. And yeah, the comments are all like, "Don't forget your history. Don't forget where you came from." Mercedes.
Hold them accountable.
Exactly. I mean, who knows? The CEO, the company's keys have changed hands so many times now that probably doesn't matter, but it is kind of funny.
There could be anybody at the helm of the Benz at this point, the driver's seat. Now, Eric, while we're on the topic of elongated things where they shouldn't be, I got to talk to you about some sandwiches we had the other day. And the sandwiches in question is Vennie's Subs on Venable Street in Vancouver. Eric and I stepped away from our regular Subway routine to get a foot long of a different flavor from a different sandwich shop. And I don't know about you, but I felt a little bit like I was cheating on Subway by going here.
I was gonna say, Ty, I'm not loyal.
You're not loyal?
I'm not loyal to Subway, man. I could care less, honestly.
Damn, your sandwich artist wouldn't like to hear that.
Who is that? What is their name? I don't know.
Muhammad. It's the most
likely
name in the whole world.
That's crazy. No, I have no loyalty to Subway. In fact, I could never go there again and be happy. I'm a huge fan of the sandwich format, and I'm willing to go anywhere to try one. You know what I'm saying?
Dude loves handhelds.
Dude, put some salami between bread, and I'm there. Like, I'm so happy with that.
Yeah, I get that. How do you feel about the lettuce wrap?
The lettuce wrap is a crime against humanity.
Facts.
It's a war crime.
You said it. You heard it here first, people.
Well, okay. There's one asterisk next to this, okay? We're next to a playground right now.
Dude,
there's some crazy
I think we
fucking
need to pause the
noise.
recording and go stare at these
Let's
kids.
pause.
Okay, the children are gone. I asserted my fatherly instincts to make them disappointed in us.
Breadheads, that was like a 10 millisecond break for you, but for us, this wasn't half an hour of Ty disciplining some random people's kids. We don't know who they are, but they're in our space, and Ty shut it down.
They were screaming, they were fighting. I said, "No dessert for you. We'll turn this car around. We'll rewind 40 minutes of this podcast if we have to."
That's right. We're gonna get them on the next episode, I think.
A long line of children on a Subway themed podcast feels appropriate.
It does feel appropriate. Legal is a different story, but
questionable.
Ty, you asked me about lettuce wraps.
Yeah.
There's one asterisk next to that statement, and it is the Cactus Club lettuce wrap.
Oh, those are fire, dude. Crispy, crunchy, fresh, great dip. Love them.
I'll never forget when I ordered them for the very, very first time.
We all remember our first lettuce wrap.
I think it was at least 10 years ago. It must have been 2014. I ordered them, and the waiter said, "They're great to share, even better to not share." And I was like, you understand me. I'll take those. And I've never forgotten that statement.
That's how I feel about a 15-pack of Bud Light.
Great to share with your mates. Even better to crush by yourself on a Tuesday afternoon.
Facts. It's way better on your own. Mm-hmm. Oh, man. If any subs, dude. I don't know. I felt a little bit bad. Mohammed Breadhead would be disappointed in me for patroning another sandwich shop. But I did it anyways. You pushed me. I felt pressured.
Mm-hmm. Dude, like I said, man, I'm not loyal to Subway. I'm not loyal to the brand. I'm loyal to the format. Mm-hmm. And I give everybody creative license to freak the format as much as they want. Vennie's did a great job. I had the cold cuts. You were kind of pigeonholed into one option because unfortunately they weren't very accommodating for you. But I gotta say that thing you had was really good.
Yeah, it was so good, dude. It wasn't bruschetta themed. It was
antipasto.
Antipasto themed. Thank you for helping me with the words. That's what a good co-host does.
That's what I'm here for.
Antipasto is just olives and tomatoes and onions and salt. And that was more than enough for the panini that I consumed. Mm-hmm. But what's cool about Vennie's is that they offer, and this is so hard to find at other sandwich shops, like non-Subway sandwich shops, is a foot-long sandwich. Mm-hmm. But the difference between them and Subway, and it's reflected in the cost as well, is that it's also like 4 or 5 inches wide. This thing is girthier than a poodle. It's crazy.
That thing's got some insane circumference.
Yeah, wow, like Trojans couldn't even wrap in this. You know?
Yeah, dude. I agree. I got the half order of the cold cuts, and it was like the perfect amount. To be honest, like it's perfect for lunch. I would get the full size for dinner, perhaps. I think it'd be a fun move.
Could be a dinner move.
Maybe even save a quarter of it for the next day if I'm feeling like economical.
4 inches for tomorrow. That's
right,
wild,
baby.
dude.
That's a third, but I'll let it slide on the mathematical front. Would you go again? You would have to get the same thing. So I feel, like maybe it's not worth going back. I don't know. What do you think? Could you ask them to like customize something else?
I mean, my favorite thing to do at any restaurant, Eric, is to like let them cook.
Of course.
I don't want to order off the menu. I want to order whatever you're feeling is right in the moment. And that's why I like Subway. It's because you can really just let it manifest as it's supposed to be in that given the circumstances.
It's funny that you say that because you always get the same thing.
Well, I'm pretty limited there too. Subway, just like Vennie's, has one vegetarian option.
The patty.
The patty.
The patty or not the patty? You got two
Technically,
options.
too. Yeah, you can opt out of the patty altogether and just stick with the toppings.
But also, like, I would push Vennie's potentially to make any one of their sandwiches just sans meat.
That's kind of what I'm thinking. Like, it's roughly the same price. So
Yeah.
I know that they're probably really passionate and care a lot about their meat, as we all do as men.
Dude, it's the most important thing in my life.
But I did ask them. I said, like, what can you do for a man that's pro veggie, beating the meat allegations?
Yo soy boy.
Yeah,
I'm
soy
speaking
boy.
Spanish.
Exactly. Beat the meat allegations is really funny too. I just wanted to reiterate it because
Beat the meat was clever.
it's pretty clever,
that was
right?
good.
And they were a little bit sheepish or cowish or piggish. I'm not sure what you say in the deli industry.
A meeting of the minds.
Yeah, about meeting me halfway, Eric, when I was suggesting something off menu. But maybe a second go around, they learn my face and they think, oh, this guy, we can work with him. We can have a little freak off, if you will.
Damn it. God damn it. Do you think they're down for the freak? Could they match your freak tie?
I think they can match my freak. I think if there's a place to do it, it's a mom and pop shop,
Oh, fuck, I think so too. You could even get the muffaletta. Just no meat. Just ask them to go extra on the muff.
More muff, less letta.
Yeah. Let up on the muff.
More lettuce, less letta.
Exactly.
That's crazy.
Dude, I think that'd be nice. And that would be a nice way to like explore the menu without having to, have meat.
I'm down. Let's try it later this week. Well, next episode, Breadheads, tune in. We will reveal to you what Vennie's Subs, the non-Subway franchise, is doing for us.
Great. Well, I don't need to ever go back to Subway, so we are...
This is no longer a Subway podcast. This is now just a sandwich podcast.
Dude, we've always been a culture podcast. Let's be real.
Yeah, there's enough lore here. This is now a Diddy podcast exclusively from here forward.
No, I'm good.
We'll be following the case.
We're actually both jurors on the case. Can you believe that?
Yeah, we can't give you our full name for that reason.
Yeah, we're supposed to, hide from the real world in the next few months here as the case, winds up.
Dude, we are breaking down misconceptions and general rules around what jurors should or shouldn't do.
Dude, is it legal for a jury to have a podcast and talk about the case?
Probably, but it's okay.
Well, Think Fresh, breaking barriers once again. Check out our merch line.
Yeah, dude. Breaking barriers, breaking bread, breaking into the apparel industry. Let's go. Check out shop.thinkfreshpodcast.com. We got a whole suite, 12 inches worth of beautiful fall-winter 2024 merch hanging out there. Cop while you can. It won't be around forever. Spring, summer's coming soon.
Dude, yeah. Eventually, spring, summer is going to replace what we have on the site today. So if you're looking forward to a shirt that says Free Diddy on it, maybe like, I don't know, beat the bread allegations on it, that'll come soon. But for right now, it is what it is. Cop while you can.
Yep, and for one lucky customer, for every merch purchase they make, you'll be entered to win a contest of 1,000 bottles of light mayo. So make sure to check that out.
100%, dude.
All right, breadheads. Thank you for listening. It's been another astounding episode of Think Fresh Podcast. We really got somewhere today.
Absolute marathon. Thanks for listening.
Ciao.